We've all been there, haven't we? That rush you get. A new job, maybe,
Oh, yeah.
or that amazing vacation, or, finally buying that thing you wanted for ages.
Feels great in the moment.
Totally. But then, poof, it kind of fades, doesn't it?
Mhm.
And you're left thinking, is happiness just these temporary peaks?
Hmm.
Is there something, I don't know, deeper?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Exactly. So today, we're doing a deep dive into the subconscious mind and your happiness.
Yeah.
We've gathered some really profound insights, actually, stuff that challenges how we usually think about being happy.
Right.
And our mission really is to find practical ways you can tap into
Mm.
this inner power source for real, lasting happiness, not just the quick hits.
And it's so relevant, especially now. I mean, we're just bombarded with information, external pressures all the time. Understanding the subconscious, it's not just theory, it's pretty critical for navigating life today.
Hmm.
And, what we're looking at suggests that maybe something discovered way back, the greatest discovery of the 19th century, might actually hold the key for us now.
Okay, let's unpack that,
Mm.
because our sources point to William James, the father of American psychology.
Yep, him.
And he made this incredible claim. He said the biggest discovery of the 1800s wasn't technology or science. It was, and I quote, the power of the subconscious touched by faith.
Wow. It is profound. And what it means for you practically is huge. Think of the subconscious as this vast, powerful operating system running in the background,
Okay.
holding your beliefs, your habits, emotions, influencing everything, often without you even realizing it. And the sources say this inner power can genuinely overcome any problem. It can solve your problems, heal your body, even prosper you beyond your fondest dream.
Wow.
And when James says touched by faith, it's not about religion necessarily, but this deep, unwavering belief, like programming yourself for success, bypassing all that conscious doubt.
I see. So it's different from just feeling happy because something good happened externally.
Exactly. Those moments of baby's birth, graduation, winning something, they're wonderful, of course. But the sources call them transitory. They don't stick around. Not real, lasting happiness.
It's fascinating. The source connects this to ancient texts, too, like the book of Proverbs saying, whosoever trusteth in the Lord, happy is he.
Right.
But here, the Lord is interpreted metaphorically, you could say, as the power and wisdom of your subconscious mind.
A psychological take on it.
Yeah, and trusting that inner power leads to being poised, serene, and relaxed. That's the outcome.
So it's about cultivating that inner state.
Right. So if this power is there, how do
Really?
we actually use it? The deep dive suggests it starts with something really simple, a choice.
A choice. Sounds almost too simple.
I know, but the Bible says, "Choose ye this day whom ye will serve." The insight is that happiness isn't just luck, it's a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the really important things the sources say are simple, dynamic, creative, not complicated.
And St. Paul in Philippians gives us a kind of road map for this choice, doesn't he? Philippians 4.8.
Oh, right. Remind us.
It's that guidance to focus your thoughts. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, just pure, lovely, of good report. Basically, if there's anything virtuous or praiseworthy, think on these things.
So it's not just think positive vaguely, it's specific.
Exactly. It's actionable mental discipline. You're directing your thoughts, shaping that inner world intentionally.
Okay, so how do you do that day to day? Well, our sources offer this powerful morning affirmation. It's not just reciting words, though.
No, the intent matters.
Right. It's about redirecting your focus, training your mind again and again to pull away from the negative and lean into belief, essentially reprogramming for the day.
Mm.
The affirmation starts, divine order takes charge of my life today and every day. All things work together for good for me today. This is a new and wonderful day for me. It goes on. I am divinely guided. Whatever I do will prosper. Divine love surrounds me. I go forth in peace.
That's powerful stuff.
And it includes this commitment. Whenever my attention wanders, I will immediately bring it back to the contemplation of that which is lovely and of good report.
Then it affirms being a magnet for good and success. We'll put the full text in the show notes for you.
And that consistency, repeating it, that's the key. Like the story of the Irish farmer from Connemara.
Ah, yes. Tell us about him.
Well, for over 40 years, morning and night, he made it a habit to bless his family, his crops, thank God for the harvest. He literally made happiness a habit.
Wow, 40 years.
Yeah. And the source says, thoughts repeated regularly and systematically sink into the subconscious mind and become habitual. He cultivated happiness like a muscle.
That leads to something really interesting, maybe even a bit strange from the sources. A prerequisite for happiness.
Okay.
You have to sincerely desire to be happy.
Sounds obvious, right?
Why?
Like, who wouldn't want that?
I know, but the explanation is that some people are actually so accustomed to old mental patterns that they do not feel at home being happy.
That's quite a thought. They're
But-
comfortable in misery. Sort of. There's this story about a woman with rheumatism. She seemed to get a lot of attention from being ill.
The secondary gain.
Exactly. And when someone suggested a curative procedure focusing on changing her mental attitude, she just wasn't interested. The source calls it a peculiar, mental, morbid streak. It's like they find identity there.
And maybe we all do that sometimes, just on a smaller scale, with negative thoughts.
Absolutely. The sources list common ones, like thinking, today's a black day, everything is going to go wrong. Or,
I'm not going to succeed.
yeah, or everyone is against me, business is bad, I'm always late, I never get the breaks.
He can do it, but I can't. We've all had those thoughts.
Totally. We basically narrate our own problems sometimes.
And it hammers home that point. The world you live in is determined largely by what goes on in your mind. Your thoughts are like seeds.
Like Marcus Aurelius said.
Right. A man's life is what his thoughts make of it. And Emerson, a man is what he thinks all day long. What you habitually think tends to show up in your life, in your physical conditions.
So watch out for those negative, defeatist thoughts,
Definitely, because you can experience nothing outside your own mentality. It all starts inside.
which really goes against that common idea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, if I just had $1 million, then I'd be happy.
Oh, absolutely. We chase that external fix all the time.
Been there,
Yeah.
thinking, if I get that new phone or
Okay.
that car, then life will be perfect.
And the sources just blow that apart. They give examples of millionaires and mental institutions convinced they were completely broke.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It shows how useless it is trying to buy happiness with stuff. Radios, TVs, cars, yachts, pools, whatever it is.
That's not about the stuff.
Nope. Happiness cannot be purchased or procured in that way. The source says the kingdom of happiness is in your thought and feeling, inside you.
And it's not just money, right? It's also achievements, positions.
Yeah.
That idea. If I just get elected mayor or become president of the company or get that promotion, then happiness arrives.
Another external chase. But the source is clear. Happiness is a mental and spiritual state. Those positions, those titles, they will not necessarily bequeath happiness.
So getting the corner office doesn't guarantee joy.
Not at all. Real strength, joy, and happiness, it says, comes from finding that law of divine order and right action within your subconscious and then applying it in everything you do.
It really is an inside job then.
Absolutely.
Which brings us to this lovely phrase from the sources. Happiness is the harvest of a quiet mind.
Beautiful, isn't it? And there's a great story illustrating this. A general manager in San Francisco.
Okay? What was his situation?
He was apparently really unhappy and dejected, lots of resentment towards the company president and VP, business was down, just feeling stuck and negative.
Sounds familiar for some.
Could be. So he started this daily affirmation practice, really disciplined.
Like the morning one we talked about.
Similar idea, but specific to his situation. He'd affirm things like, all those working in our corporation are honest, sincere, cooperative, faithful, full of goodwill. He specifically included the president and VP, saying they are divinely guided.
So he focused on the positive state he wanted, even for others.
Exactly. And affirming that infinite intelligence made decisions through him, sending messengers of peace, love, and goodwill ahead of him to the office, claiming peace and harmony reign supreme.
And he stuck with it.
Yes. Whenever negative thoughts about them popped up, he'd consciously pull his mind back to peace, harmony, and poise govern my mind. He was actively weeding his mental garden, you could say.
Okay, so what happened? Did it work?
Amazingly, yes. The source says after about 2 weeks, the president and VP called him in.
Oh boy. Here it comes.
Not what you'd expect. They actually praised his operations, his new ideas. They saw him as a really valuable manager. He found his happiness within himself, and his outer world just shifted.
Incredible. He changed his inner state, and the external followed.
Precisely. Which leads to another powerful analogy in the sources about a horse.
A horse.
Yeah. Apparently, this horse shied away from a particular spot on a road for 25 years because there used to be a tree stump there.
25 years, even after the stump was gone.
Even after it was dug up, burned, the road leveled, the horse reacted to the memory, the ingrained pattern.
Okay, I see where this is going.
It applies to us, right? The source says there is no block to your happiness save in your own thought life and mental imagery. Fear, worry. They're just thoughts, like that old stump.
So we can dig them up.
You can, by supplanting it with faith in success, achievement, and victory. You replace the old thought pattern. You remove the internal stump.
There's another example too, isn't there? The businessman who failed.
Yes. Instead of just complaining or giving up, he said something like, okay, I made mistakes, I learned a lot, I'm going back into business, and I will be a tremendous success.
He refused to be defined by the failure.
Exactly. He tore up the stump of failure. He consciously chose to believe in his inner power, banishing the fear and depression. It's an active stance.
So if we bring all this together, what characterizes the happiest people, according to these insights?
Well, the sources say they're people who constantly bring forth and practices what is best in him. There's this link made. Happiness and virtue complement each other.
Being good and being happy go together.
Essentially, yes. It suggests that the more you express God's love, light, truth, and beauty, which is framed as the highest and best in you, the happier you become. It's about living from the authentic best self.
That makes sense. Living in alignment with your highest values.
Right.
And finally, there's that wisdom from Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher.
Yes, the Stoics knew a thing or two about inner peace.
He said there's one way to tranquility of mind and happiness, and that is
To account no external things thine own, but commit all these to God. Basically, let go of attachment to external outcomes, trust the process, trust that inner power or higher order.
wow. That's a powerful note to end on. Letting go of control over the external.
It brings it all back inside, doesn't it?
It really does. What a fascinating deep dive. It seems clear that real happiness isn't something you chase on the outside or buy. It's something you cultivate within.
Through conscious choice.
Consistent mental work.
And really understanding and trusting that subconscious power you have.
So the final thought for you listening. If happiness truly is a state of mind,
What single stump, maybe? What old negative thought or limiting belief are you ready to dig up, starting today, to let more joy in?
something definitely worth pondering. We hope you found some valuable insights in this discussion that really stood out to you. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.